my name is Giorgio Pino. I am professor of philosophy of law at Roma University, and I'm currently the holder of a chair, Jean Monnet chair. The short name, the acronym is Agora. The long name is Managing Online Extreme and Abusive Speech. These kind of projects usually have a research part and a teaching part, and also possibly a practical dissemination policy part. The topic, as it is made clear by the name, is that we want to investigate on several instances of problematic speech, problematic discourses, such as hate speech, fake news, practices that are normally considered as cancel culture or something like this, Holocaust denialism or other kind of denialism, and so on and so forth. What we want to do generally is, first to understand these kind of practices, to define them and to be able to identify them. Second, to understand what kind of threats, what kind of risks these discourses pose to individual rights and to collective goods such as democracy, for instance, first and foremost, of course. Then we would like to understand what kind of measures can be taken, what kind of actions can be taken to counterbalance these kind of threats and harms, and whether the actions in order to counterbalance these actions, these threats, could in turn pose other risks in terms of democracy, free speech, and so on and so forth. What I'm referring to here is the risk that new forms of censorship arise, both in the public sector, in the hands of the government, and in the private sector, such as when we delegate some form of monitoring and content screening, content control to algorithms and moderations agencies inside the communication platforms. Lastly, what we would like to do on top of these theoretical and empirical investigations, which we are trying to develop during these years, is to come up with some policy directions, some policy suggestions that could be useful both for the public sector and for market actors, for the private sector. So this is the broad context in which today's discussion is placed. We are very happy to have such distinguished and diverse speakers. We hope we will learn a lot. We are sure that we will have a very good discussion, a very engaging, challenging discussion among us. So I welcome you and thank you again for being here. And I pass to my colleague Valeria Fiorillo the pleasant duty to introduce each and one of you and to chair this discussion for this morning. Thank you very much.